Hi, you guys. You're always asking me for vegetable recipes. This one is phenomenal and it's relatively easy. I do it in the smoker, so it takes me a longer period of time, but you can do it in the oven. It won't exactly have the same taste, but when we did it in the smoker, that intense smoke flavor on it was great. You probably cut the time in half. This is gonna go for 2 hours in the smoker. The first part of the smoker will be at 300 degrees. The second part we lower down to about 225. So we start off with a head of cauliflower. Now I've cleaned it and taken off the leaves and that type of thing. You can do this with a higher calorie, higher fat version. I am taking it down. I know you're surprised. I'm going to change it up a little bit and I am going to use extra virgin olive oil. And the reason why I do this is because it does lower the fat calories, and olive oil is great for you. So anyway, I put about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. You would use a little bit more. This is a small to medium head of cauliflower. If you make this is gonna be perfect for like 2 or 3 people. So if you make a larger head, I would use a little bit more. I've got the head in a foil pan that will go into the smoker. On the first part of it, you're going to keep the cauliflower wrapped up in the foil, and I'll show you why we do that. The next part, I am going to use Tony Chachere's, and Tony Chachere's is really going to spice it up. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle that liberally, and make sure I get the bottom too. I want to make sure that we've got Tony Chachere's all over it. And of course it's sticking to it because of the olive oil. All right, so that's good. Generally, I use about 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons. We like things spicy. I know you know that since you've been watching my videos. And we'll put that on there. And Tony Chachere's already has a little bit of salt, a lot of salt. So we're just gonna use a little bit right here. And then we are going to wrap this up. See, I told you this was easy. We're going to wrap this up really tightly, and we're going to get it over the indirect heat, and we're going to keep it at about 300 for about 45 minutes to an hour. When we take it out, we're going to bring it back in, and we are going to use Sweet Baby Ray's. We're going to cover the top in Sweet Baby Ray's. It's between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of Sweet Baby Ray's with the cauliflower open, then we put it back in. So we'll get back with you as soon as it's ready, and we'll continue filming. The last stage of it, you're going to use a prepared ranch dressing, and we're gonna add a couple things to it. But anyway, so we have to have your ranch dressing. This is Hidden Valley, and you have to have Sweet Baby Ray's because it really makes a difference. Sweet Baby Ray's is tangy and sweet. So we'll be back. Hi, we're back with our cauliflower, and let me talk about it. It's been on the smoker, but wrapped up for about an hour. Now, it's a smaller cauliflower. You're going to have to judge your cauliflowers by the size. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the Sweet Baby Ray's. I told you I'm going to use about a fourth to 1/2 cup. So we're just going to go ahead and squeeze some of that on there. And then we are going to make sure that we take this Sweet Baby Ray's and we get the entire thing coated. So I think you can see I'm spreading it out. Might need to put a little bit more on there. You want to get that all over the cauliflower, and make sure you get the undersides because that's important also. So we're going to get that here, and it's already starting to fall apart, which is very good. All right. You can tell when the cauliflower is done. It will be tender, and you'll be able to stick a knife into it. But right now, after we get this coated, just like that, we are going to take it back to the smoker, and we are going to lower the temperature on the smoker. We're going to get it down to about 225 to 250 instead of the 300 that we've had. So it's all coated, and let me let you see that. We're going to keep it open now because I want that smoke flavor infused into the cauliflower. So we're going to see you in a little bit after we get that done. But let me tell you first, before we take it out there, I've made the ranch dressing. And what we do with this, we're using a bottle of ranch dressing. I'm using Hidden Valley. We're going to take that entire bottle, that's 8 ounces, and we are going to add a half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. I want the granulated and not the powdered garlic. And I'm going to also add 1/8 of a teaspoon of Hungarian paprika. And I'm going to stir that, and I'm going to let it sit. If your dressing has been in the refrigerator, you do not want to have a cold dressing on this beautiful warm cauliflower that's going to come out. So we're going to let this sit out. It's all mixed up, and I'll be back when the cauliflower is done and you can see it. I'll see you in a bit. We're back with the cauliflower. It's been on the smoker, or in the smoker, for another hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and take this out, and we're going to take the little pieces here, and this is what it looks like. And then we're going to cut it so we can get in there and serve it. Now, you can tell it's tender, and we'll just go right in here, cut the pieces. You can do it probably a little bit better than I can. I'm trying to video this and cut, but anyway, we take the little, get this over here, and just cut off all of the little pieces. And people can eat this too, that's fine. You lay it out on your dish, and this is a little messy, we'd wipe it up. But then you can take your sauce, and as I said earlier, the sauce we made with ranch dressing, some paprika, and you pour a little bit of that over there, a little garlic, and then you put some on the side. There we go. Just like that. And we'll wipe the dish. I would garnish it, but we're not even going to go through that tonight because it's just us. And this is what it looks like. And it's good to go. It's delicious. So anyway, thanks for dropping in, and try it. You'll like it.